From now on, my full-time job is finding a guy who's going to take care of me.
Hello ladies and welcome back to the MSD channel. We're back with Hoe Tactics chapter 13. As I said in the previous chapter, 13 is a continuation of 12. This is for all the ladies who gave up the cookie too fast and are wondering what they can do to rectify the situation. So let's go. After reading the first part of Hoe Tactics, women run into one of two problems. The first being the inability to muster up the confidence needed to approach a potential trick and begin their journey down the rabbit hole. As I wrote at the end of part 1, this life isn't for everyone, and there have been numerous readers who enjoyed learning these tactics but have been honest enough to write in and tell me that they don't have the heart or the stomach to do half of what Maria did. That's fine. Don't feel bad or pressured to hoe up. The average person who can watch a documentary on someone like Madonna and enjoy her rags to riches story, but in a moment of realness will admit, I sing better and would love to rise to that level of greatness, but I would never have the courage to move to the big city with no income and hustle the way she did. Fear is a cage that few people completely break free of, but you can win small victories over self-limitation with these techniques. How do I become more confident? By doing the things you're afraid of or too shy to do, naturally by substituting your persona for Maria's. The best non-hoe response I've received was from a woman in her 40s who says that she now pumps herself up to speak to a man first by thinking, act like a hoe for the first 5 minutes and he won't be able to resist me. She isn't looking for marks, she wants love, but because she learned hoe tactics, she will never be afraid to flirt or pull a guy again. That power, above all, is the liberation I hope most of you receive from reading the first half of this book. If you have to be an actress, fake true confidence, or put on a mask when talking to strangers, do so until the role playing becomes role living. The second problem women have been running into is much more dangerous, and the reason I felt it necessary to expand these lessons. There are females who are great at talking, flirting, and seducing men. These ladies get into a man's head, are treated a little bit, but during a moment of weakness, they give into their hormones and have X with their mark. Someone told me the flesh is weak and it's impossible for me to hold out until I even get half the things I want to get from a man if I find him attractive. The flesh is only weak as your mind allows you to believe. I won't revisit the topic of being disciplined around dick because reading isn't the same as being powerful enough to pull off the waiting game. You had sex. Let's start right there. Does that mean all of these hoe tactics are now unusable? Have you blown your chance at the condo on the north side? The chance of getting those school loans paid off, or even an opportunity to be taken out on a nice date again? No. The only disadvantage to having X is that you lose the mystique of how good your ussy is. A man will do virtually anything just to see what you're working with. As I discussed before, it's not the actual tightness, wetness, or warmness of your vagina that he's after. It's that allure of the mystery that makes his heart race. The moment you have X, that question mark has been removed from the box. And like a little boy who rips open that gift on Christmas morning, he is either excited to keep playing with you the next day or over it. You can never get that mystery back, and unlike the pre X whole hustle, you have zero leverage going forward. Stop sucking your teeth and feeling sad like you just broke the heel of your favorite pair of Aldos, because I'm still going to show you how to upgrade to Jimmy Choo. I'm going to help you turn a fuck up into a victory by repackaging your ussy game, flirt game, and seduction techniques in a way you could have never done before you let him hit. Before we get into the actual tricks, let's go back to the fundamentals. I will give two jumping on points. The first relates to those women who got caught up while trying to pull off hoe tactics. The second revolves around those who are trying hoe tactics for the first time will get an ex-boyfriend. Okay, the second revolves around those who are trying hoe tactics for the first time with an ex-boyfriend or a guy from the past that has already sampled. If you have reached this far, please like and subscribe to the channel, okay? Let's get into it. The girl who fucked her trick. Let's say you made it through the research dates. You got him to treat you, give you a small gift, and just when you were about to sink your teeth in, you got too drunk and ended up bent over the ottoman. The morning after, you're thinking, it's all good. I gave him a little bit of loving, but I didn't put it on him like I know I can, or show any of my nasty tricks. Men don't give a F about what you have up your sleeves. To have fucked you once is to have won the championship. Guys don't need to score 40 points to be the MVP or score at the buzzer to feel like they have won. Your pussy was the trophy. Doesn't matter how it came about. The ultimate victory is now his. The first step to salvage your fuck up is to confront your mistakes as if it was planned. He didn't catch you slipping. You were rewarding. The worst thing a woman can do is play coy about the fact that she had X as if she's an embarrassed 11th grader who did something wrong. There is something about giving it up that creates this feeling of guilt or shame in most women, no matter who the guy is or how comfortable she is with him. You must not give into the basic idea of, damn, maybe I shouldn't have done that. The damage is done, so going forward, you must rewire your brain into putting X on the front page as opposed to holding it in as subtext that you too don't bring up. The day after sex, call him. Don't text. Don't go meet up for a rematch. Call him the same way you've been doing during your set bonding time. The first words after "How was your day?" should be about your pussy. Did he like how mommy put it on him? Was he thinking about it? Did he wait long to shower? Or did he want to keep that smell on his dick? Be funny or go as nasty as you're comfortable going. But put it on Front Street within 24 hours or it becomes awkward. Next up, distance yourself from any thought he has that you were trying to game him with hoe tactics. Get into his head. I've I haven't given it up that fast since college. You do something to me, baby. Don't think I'm going to start acting like a typical female now. We're still us. Those points are crucial to get across, no matter how you verbalize it. The mind fucking of this man continues as you go from dangling your ussy to using the reverse psychology suggestion that he's turning you out. Men don't trust women, but they do trust hoes because hoes know how to turn suspicion into trust quicker than Jesus turned water into wine. If you were a hoe, you would have gotten more than a pair of headphones before you fucked. If you were thirsty for a relationship, you'd be acting different and asking about where's this going. If you were a slut, you'd be acting like the sex was nothing. And that's just how you get down. This is Psychology 101. Know what a man thinks and confront those thoughts to alleviate the paranoia. You're answering all his questions before he even thinks of them. And by doing this kind of damage control, you make him comfortable and put his doubts to rest. Be a step ahead of his thoughts. This is how you outsmart a man you've accidentally fucked. The sex was okay, not good or great. How you talk about his dick game is crucial to keeping him hovering around. I don't care if he made you come 3 times or he came after 4 pumps and disappointed you. Play your position that his sex game was okay. This goes back to being able to talk about sex instead of ignoring. Making a point to tease him about likes and dislikes. Men are controlled by ego. Don't take this the wrong way, babe, but it felt like you were holding back. Next time, I want you to go all out. You must guarantee a rematch by challenging his manhood. Don't insult his penis size or how long he lasted. Be aloof about what you did or didn't like. Holding back. The positive is that you had fun. The negative is that you know he can go harder than that next time. Be a middle school teacher that rubs her student on the shoulder to instill confidence that his next science project will be better. If you praise a man too much, he becomes complacent. If you put him down, he becomes ashamed and may not want to risk another bad performance. Find your balance somewhere in the middle, and this will create a new sense of want. His performance was a 7, better than your last. Lie if you must, but not as good as your best dick yet. There's room for improvement, and you know he can do it with the tool he has, so you desperately want him to show and prove. It's not his pussy, but pretend it is. The phone sex techniques we practiced before and all the nasty seduction skills that you only got to use a few times, you can now amp up. The biggest change is that you must pretend as if he has controlling shares of your pussy. It's not his, nor will it ever be his, but to keep him invested, he has to think he's the CEO of your coochie. She misses you. are 3 words that will have a man instantly hard. Say it early and often. You're not his girlfriend, nor do you want to be, but allude that your pussy is reserved for him. What a man feels as if something is When a man feels as if something is his property, then he will have an incentive to stick around. Talk about the last time, fantasize about the next time. We will get into sexual specifics in the following chapters, but one of the last things to remember is to get back to teasing him the same as you did before you two had sex. The first time was a demo, so when you speak about it, always add in what you can't wait to do the next time he gets to see his pussy again. If you only did missionary, joke about how you hope he can last long hitting it from the back. If you did all 3 positions, fantasize about how one day you'd love to feel how that dick feels raw. The mission is to get him more excited for the second time than he was for the first session. And there you have it. That was chapter 13 on how you can salvage the situation if you gave up the cookie too fast. We'll be back for chapter 14 in a few days, and chapter 14 is using hoe tactics on your ex-boyfriend. You don't want to miss that one. I'll see you guys in the next one. Don't forget to thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. Bye.